We all have it in our lives at some point, maybe even like every week, where we're having to spark ourselves to start something. It can feel really scary to do something that feels unfamiliar. Sometimes it can just also feel really overwhelming to start something that we've kind of like let go. Or sometimes we're just in this lull or this dull moment where it feels like too much to kind of like make that effort happen to start back up again. That could be an exercise routine. It could be self-care habits. It could be something that we're really passionate about, but it just feels really overwhelming because we've kind of let it go to the wayside. It also could be just those hard conversations to have, or in our day jobs, the mundane, boring things that just feels so like repetitive. It can be hard to keep those going. So I have 5 tips for those moments where I'm going to try to help inspire you to spark that start. Here's the first one. Make it tiny. So tiny, it feels silly. Yeah. So here's some examples. It could be, I'm just going to play one note on my instrument today. I'm going to write one word in my journal. I'm going to take one deep breath. I'm going to put on my shoes to work out. I'm not planning to go outside or even to go to the gym. I'm just going to put on my shoes. You get the idea. This can work so well because if we can come up with that like silly, super easy thing to do, that one little tiny action, it can just like really help increase that momentum to do so much more. Here's another one. Make do or create something that doesn't count. Yeah, like this video. If I'm like thinking about like how much I want it to go well, that I don't want to say words like and I've been finding that I've been saying right a lot. Or there's so many things I catch myself saying, and if I'm recording this video expecting perfection where I'm not going to say these things, well, I'm going to stop before I even start. Here's the thing. We got to play without pressure. We can do it for ourselves and not like do it for other people, just to have fun with it, to experiment with it, to approach things and create things without expectation. Because when the stakes are low, then we can have less resistance. This one's from Mel Robbins, and I really love this tip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'll tell you, when Josh and I are cold plunging in the Atlantic Ocean, oh my gosh, it can be so hard to start that plunge, to jump into that water. It's like one of the hardest things ever because we know it's going to hurt. We know it's going to be excruciating for that first 30 seconds. And so we'll hold each other's hands and just be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, 1, go. And yeah, you're just basically telling yourself, you're telling your brain, it's go time. It's like starting a race, and it works every time for us. This one sounds a little bit granola, but hear me out, because this one has been such a powerful, deeply meaningful experience in my life. Speak kindly to the part of you that's been hiding. When we're holding off on doing that tiny thing or that big thing, we can make it mean a whole lot of things about ourselves, right? That we're lazy, that, we don't have what it takes. Whatever we're telling ourselves, it can be terribly mean. It can be that we feel embarrassed that we haven't been able to kind of keep to that routine. We can be embarrassed that we're a certain profession and we're not putting in enough of the hours to like really be on top of our game. Whatever it is, we have to remind ourselves that when we're jumping into something that's unknown or we're growing in an area, it can feel really unsafe for our nervous system, and our nervous system is just trying to protect us, and so it'll help us stall, it'll help us slow down, it'll help us just kind of pause instead of like actually doing the thing. So when that happens to me, this is going to sound kind of granola, but I'll talk to the younger version of myself. I imagine her as about 7 years old, little Rozalind, so beautiful, so talented, so fun, lighthearted, playful. Yet she doesn't feel all those things about herself. She actually feels the opposite. She feels ugly. She feels fat. She feels stupid. And when I'm trying something new, or I've gotten out of my routine and I'm trying to jump back into it, I can get triggered. And it's like that little girl gets triggered and doesn't want to do that thing. It feels unsafe. So I'll actually talk to her and I'll reassure her. I'll encourage her that things are different now because she has my support. Sometimes it's writing a love letter to her of, what I see now as an adult and how I'm there for her. It could be, just having this like silent imaginary conversation with her as I sit with her having lunch together. Or sometimes it's even actually role playing that out loud and imagining that she's sitting in the chair across from me and what she'd be saying and what I'd be saying in response to her. This is deeply, deeply powerful work that can make such a shift inside of us and can help us build our self-compassion and our confidence. It can really, really help. And the last one, which is really fun to play around with, tell yourself not to do it. This is paradoxical intention. It's, reverse psychology. And I use it with my flute students all the time. I'll be like, you can't play that loud. Nope, you can't do it. Or you can't play that B flat. There's no way. I don't believe that you can do that. And it's playful and it's fun. And the students kind of get that feeling that it's playful. And then they want to do it so bad. They want to prove to me that they can do it. Josh and I were in the grocery store the other day and we were walking down this grocery aisle and I said, Josh, do you remember during COVID how they had the arrows on the ground of what direction you were allowed to walk? And it's like, when I would see those arrows, I just wanted to go the opposite direction. And sometimes I did. Just because, in spite of it all, right? It's like when our teacher would tell us what to do and we'd want to do the opposite. It works really well. So try it out. See if there's something that you can just be, I don't want to do that today. And then just see what happens when you report to yourself that you won't do it. Maybe you're going to want to do it. Maybe there's a part of you. It's like, I'm not going to practice that flute today. And then all of a sudden I'm like, but I kind of miss the sound of it. Okay, that's the end of my tips this week. Let me know in the comments below if any of these resonate for you, or if you have any tips to share of things that help you get motivated, that help you kind of spark yourself to start. And also the invitation is always open to you. If you have never tried coaching before and you want to have a meaningful conversation and see what it's all about, please reach out to me. I love meeting new people and I love seeing if there's a possibility of a way to help support you in your life. Have an incredible day. You deserve it.